I was also asked to answer a question about why influence, why now, and why I wanted to champion the cause of women everywhere. You see, in the culture that I used to live in thousands of years ago, I say that with trepidation a little bit because I still need a lot more proof as being a scientist. Um, Women were uh, a major part of the family and society. It was a very matriarchal society. It was a society that was based on your mothers, your grandmothers, your sisters, and your wife, believe it or not. And she ran everything. Not that she doesn't now, but and the yin quality has been subjugated by society, its value systems, um, the very scared minority without much power, without much of that inner power, decided to subjugate this species that we depend so much on throughout our lives. And I think it's my calling, if not, it's my obsession to make sure that at least in some fashion we get back to the way it was, the way the world was run, you know. Um, and I want to speak in simplistic terms because I don't want to go into philosophy and the psychology of societies, etc., etc., etc. I could quote philosophers galore and Noam Chomsky, who's been a huge influence on me. But it's not. This is not about getting existential. It's about making a solid changes. And the way to do that is to empower the people who had the power to begin with. It sounds ironic, but it's true. You had the power. Women have this power. It's innate. It's in there. It's in you. And men can call upon the same innate power and wisdom connected to forces and planets we cannot even begin to imagine. Um, I can tell you one thing for sure: the yin influence is also part of the sea. This is where we came from, apparently, and this is where we go back to. So I'm not here to spout philosophy and to tell you what is and is not. I think if there are 6 billion people on the planet, there's going to be 6 billion different ways of looking at things. And if there are, oh, I think it's 7 billion now, and I'm not sure. But if there's 7 billion people on the planet and you ask them what God is like, there would be 7 billion gods. And everybody with their own personal God. I mean, imagine, ask this question, and I asked this question of several people already. If God was here in human form, decided to take a little bit of a vacation, although he must be running out of options if he chooses this, but um, would you be able to recognize him? Would you be able to know who he is, what he's capable of, or she is capable of? Gods and goddesses, and when I say God, I mean both. The language is so restrictive. I don't think we would. If I will not talk about all the other things I'm capable of doing and have found out about, but I will talk about one thing for sure. I've given people the option to meet God face to face, and they did, and it's very interesting. And they chose to go back to their idols, their stone idols, their little pictures on the walls. Safer, they don't talk back. Isn't that funny? Not only do they not talk back, they understand. Can you imagine that? Silence is understanding. It makes you wonder why psychologists are still making a lot of money. We have to learn important words, in university. Words like, I see. Tell me more. How do you feel about that? hmm I think the whole world just needs somebody to listen. And once you listen, then you might shut up after that about your problems and the things that are troubling you, because so many people have so many problems. Holy crap! How do you how do you fix them all? Well, it's gonna be tough. But you know what? I think I can. And I'm gonna attempt to do so before I die. It's a worthwhile cause. And hell, I can't, with this oblique body, I can't climb Mount Everest. I'm realistic as well. I mean, yes, anything is possible, but not everything is possible. I can't fly off this cliff and live. First, I gotta learn how to swim. Take a look at how deep that is and how far we are up here. We're talking about 100-meter drop right down to the water. It's clear as hell, but there's a ton of jellyfish in there. I hope you can see them. All of society gives us very nice, quiet, beautiful, delicious names for things that can kill us. Think about it. Jellyfish. Wow. Almost sounds edible. Touch it and it'll kill you. That's true of so many things in life. What was I asked to do on this video? Let me try to remember and get back to you on the third video.